So I saved the best to last because to bring us home for day 12 of my 12 days of Christmas recipes, we have my roasted tomato and salmon. I've made this recipe foolproof so that you can get perfectly cooked salmon every single time. Start by roasting the tomatoes and olives, and this is going to become our salsa to dress the salmon with. Then in the same roasting tray, because we are lazy, mix in paprika and togarashi, which is a Japanese pepper seasoning that just makes everything pop. Fish gets roasted and then plated, but be careful because it's so perfectly cooked it will make like me after a minor inconvenience and fall apart. And thank you for loving the series, you bunch of babes. Have a very Merry Christmas. Chunky cookies will always top delicate bite-sized biscuits. Welcome to day 11 of my 12 days of Christmas recipes, and I've decided to bake some Chunky Boy curd-filled crinkle cookies. The crinkle refers to the pattern that's created when the icing sugar breaks away in the oven, creating a broken mosaic effect. You don't even need to finger the cookies and fill them with curd. I just reckon it's a pretty cute touch along with the candy cane shards. I love something extra, so here's an extra recipe for my 12 days of Christmas, and it tastes like a cranberry croissant stuffed into cake form. Dairy Australia has crowned Bannister Downs Double Cream as grand champion at the Australian Grand Dairy Awards this year, so what better way to showcase it in a Greek Christmas recipe? This is a souffla, a Greek cake that is made of phyllo pastry, and the Bannister Downs Double Cream is the main ingredient in the custard. Cranberries get added for this festive vibe and offers some bright acidity that complements the cream so well. Remember, this Christmas, when you're buying all your dairy products, cheeses, creams and yogurts, check the label to know that you're buying Aussie made. New Year's is a wonderful night to share the food and love, but my partner Chris has decided to head back to the UK to see his family. So we are throwing a pre-New Year's Eve date night to celebrate the year that was, with Uni Pizza helping it all come together. If Chris had one true love, it's me. No, I'm kidding. It's probably pizza, and I might scrape into the top 10. So for homemade pizza for someone who is city living in an apartment, the Uni Coda 16 is great to pop onto the balcony. It's legit all set up for you. Once the gas kicks in, button clicks it on, you're cooking within minutes. The pizza dough recipe is super simple. It's like the laziest recipe, but it just works. Once it hits that uni, a few twirls around and it comes out just so beautifully charred. Fresh pizza, long nights on your balcony, you can't end the year better. Welcome to day 5 of my 12 days of Christmas recipes, and it's time to whip out a porchetta. Juicy pork with crunchy, crackling skin stuffed with a super bright oregano filling sounds correct. Like even on paper you're thinking that's pretty hot. Open up the pork belly. Yes, there is no loin attached. Have a go at me in the comment section. I honestly love it. Score, fill and roll before tying it all up as tight as possible. And now brace yourself because I'm going to say the dreaded line. It goes into the fridge overnight and dries out. You have to, there's no exceptions. It has to go in the fridge overnight. I bake mine over some potatoes and then into the oven it goes before resting and slicing down to get that beautiful swirl of a cross section.
General opinion's starting to make out that we live in a world of hatred and greed. But I don't see that. Seems to me that love is everywhere. Often it's not particularly dignified or newsworthy, but it's always there. Fathers and sons, mothers and daughters, husbands and wives, boyfriends, girlfriends, old friends.